Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's MTG box analysis will focus on the opening of a Ravnica Remastered collector booster box that took place on January 24th, 2024. This analysis will also include a comparison of 3 collector boxes opened thus far on the channel. Let's get things started by reviewing the contents of the box. Using this chart, we can see the set shaded in gray, the foils we observed in orange, and the non-foils in green. In the non-foil space, we saw 36 retroframe cards, 3 borderless shocklands, and 9 borderless anime cards. In the foil space, we saw between 9 and 14 cards for each of the colors of Magic, along with 20 foil retroframes, 1 foil borderless shockland, and 2 anime borderless. Moving into coverage, in the non-foil space, we saw 48 unique cards of the 175 cards that we were eligible to see, giving us 27% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 131 unique cards, giving us 28% coverage of the set. Our highest coverage among the colors of Magic in foil was a tie between white and green, each seeing 44%. And just like the other 2 collected booster boxes opened thus far on the channel, we saw 0 duplication, meaning that we saw no 2 cards of the same frame and foiling. Pivoting to coverage by rarity, in today's box we saw 56% of the commons and 28% of the uncommons that we were eligible to see in non-foil. We also picked up 20 of the 85 rares for 24% coverage and 4 non-foil mythics for 14% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 45% of the commons and 37% of the uncommons, along with 23 foil rares for 15% coverage and 2 foil mythics for 4% coverage. Now, before getting into the value of today's collector booster box, let's baseline with a look at the value of the set. Now, it's only been a little while since I've looked at the data, but this chart displays all 466 cards that you can pull from a collector booster pack using non-foil market prices as of January 22nd, 2024. Currently, the set contains 40 cards valued over $10, which is up 1 card from Monday's video. There used to be 11 standard frame cards valued over $10, and now there are 13 because the Guardian Project and the Stomping Ground have both increased in value. There are still 12 retro frames valued over $10, but 7 of these have gone up in value. And in the borderless space, the Ultivara Hellkite has dropped below $10, leaving us with 15 borderless cards valued over $10. The set currently contains 21 cards valued between $5 and $10 and 67 cards in the $1 to $5 range. The other 338 cards in the set are valued under $1. Now, a full set of all 466 cards in non-foil has a current market value of $995.29, which is up about $10. Now let's begin to recap the actual observed value that we saw in today's box, starting off with a look at the non-foils. In today's box, we saw 4 cards valued over $10, and all of them were shocklands. We saw the Overgrown Tomb, the Watery Grave, and Steam Vents in borderless, and the Breeding Pool in retro frame. We also picked up 2 cards in the $5 to $10 range and 9 cards valued between $1 and $5. The other 33 non-foils in the box are currently valued under $1. In the foil space, we saw 3 more cards valued over $10. We saw the borderless Blood Crypt at $22.12 and the retroframe Steam Vents valued at $50.73. Our third foil was the serialized number 54 of 500 Stitch in Time. Now, currently none of these have sold on TCG Player, so there is no market price, but these are listed between $225 and $400 on the site. We were also fortunate enough to see 2 additional foils valued over $5 and 14 foils valued over $1. The other 113 foils in the box are currently valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, the market price for this box as of January 22nd is $262.96, which is actually up about $5 since Monday and $8 since release. The Ravnica Remastered Collector Booster Box contains 12 packs, each with 15 cards, allowing you to see 180 cards plus tokens. Now, the 12 tokens that we saw today have a market value of $5.04. The 75 commons that we saw are valued at $11.33 combined, and the 56 uncommons are valued at $20.82. The 42 rares that we pulled are valued at $202.47, and the 6 mythics are valued at $15.10. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be $254.76 in card market value without the serialized card. However, if we add the serialized Stitch in Time, our rares jump up to $427.47, which brings our grand total for the box up to $479.76. If that had just been a $10 card, this box would have been break even. But because we did see the serialized card, the box was a gain of over $216.80 from the market price, and means that this box returned 182% of the market price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 25 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $434.26, which means that those 25 cards represent 91% of the total box and 165% of the market price for the box. Before we close out the video, let's compare the 3 collector boxes opened thus far on the channel. Here's a recap of what we've seen across the boxes. For the most part, they've been pretty consistent. However, there have been slight variances in the borderless anime and the borderless shockland categories. The retro foil gap is explained away by the serialized cards found in Box 1 and Box 3. From a value perspective, here's how the 3 boxes look using market prices as of January 22nd, 2024. Box 2 held the most value for the main set foils with $33.58 in total value. Today's box contained the most value for the non-foil retro frames, and again, Box 2 contained the most value for the foil retro frames when we exclude the serialized cards. Today's box came in dead last for the borderless anime category, with Box 1 leading the charge for the non-foils and Box 2 taking the crown for the foils. Box 2 had the most value for the borderless non-foil shocklands, and today's box had the most value for the foil shocklands. Now here's a look at the total market value of the 3 boxes without the serialized cards. When compared to today's market price of $262.96, all 3 of the boxes fall short of the market price. With the serialized cards, things do change quite a bit, making Box 1 and Box 3 significant wins. However, with the pull rate of serialized cards being 1% or 1 in 100 packs, it's a big gamble since each collector booster box only has a 12% chance of seeing a serialized card. As more and more cases are cracked, you know people are going to be pulling those serialized cards and then dumping the remaining unopened boxes on the market, knowing that the likelihood of a second serialized card is almost zero. So be careful out there. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to come back this Friday as I'm cracking open some Infinity in search of more Shocklands. Until then, do something amazing. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people, all by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.